gosh, should we go check out Drea? Alright, I wanna see you. Should we go bye-bye, guys? Tell me. Ready? Okay. Say okay. Are we ready to go see live? Drea? Okay, I'm 13 and I need the mentality of 3-year-old. I have so many windows open. I would go check, but I can't. Let's go, Drea. We're gonna just see, okay? And if it doesn't work out, you try again or whatever. I love you, Sarge. I love you, Fluffy. I love you, Drea. I love you, everybody in the whole world. That's kind and sweet like you are. I love you, and I'm going to try to see you on your life. Check it out, Fluff. Okay, we're going to go see, and whatever happens, happens. Love you, and you got to try to make it work, you know, like you got to try, and if it doesn't work, you know, that happens, because, you know, it's the first time for everything. Shoot. Okay. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Don't stop here. See ya. I'm so excited. See ya. See ya.
I got 3 viewers, but I don't see anybody chatting. So if you can hear me, let me know, because this is my first time doing this and I have no idea what I'm doing. Just says 3 viewers. But I get lurkers anyway, so I'm kind of used to that. Like I said, having some coffee, and I got pie. Pie. I shouldn't be eating it. First of all, it's late, and I don't like to eat late. And second of all, I usually don't eat pie because I don't do grain and sugar, being on keto. But shh, don't tell anybody. I always do coffee. Like a boss. I don't know why this is backwards. Even on here, it's backwards. I know when I do videos on my webcam, it's backwards. And I still don't know if anybody can hear me. But the group chat is only viewable to me. And I don't see anything. So I don't know what's going on here. Well, that's pretty neat. I put a heart and it started out as the little V and a 3 and then kind of flipped itself upwards and made a heart. Kind of cute. Now I got 5 viewers and I still don't know who's in here. So what am I doing wrong? You can't tell me if I can't see you. And my cat's trying to escape my bedroom, which is going to wake up my grumpy husband. So maybe I should put a disclaimer somewhere around here that grumpy husband might wake up and start grumping. Start yelling, "What's all that noise? Don't you hear the cat?" Like, don't you know I am in control of all my critters and the noise they make? So if you guys are typing, I don't know, how do I notice? Because if I X out a group chat, okay, wait a minute. That X'd out a group chat. Choose links. I don't want to choose links. I want to see who's here. I don't want to hide. Present to everyone. I don't know what that means. I'm probably broadcasting to the whole entire world. Like I said, I'm used to lurkers anyways. People I don't know who are out there looking. The haters that like to give me thumbs downs and all that kind of good stuff. How do I know what I'm doing? Well, I see me, but I don't hear me. So if any of you can hear me, is there a way to let me know you can hear me? What's cameraman? Uh-oh. I don't know what that is. Guest join, hide their audio. Guest. That's kind of weird. Well, let me undo that. I don't know what I just did. Okay. Wants to share my window. I don't know what that means. I guess if I was doing something on stop presenting. Well, I don't want to stop my live and I have no idea what I'm doing. And obviously I need to do a little bit more reading here and live streaming 101 because it doesn't seem to be working. Did I mute myself or am I unmuted? It just says I'm in live. I don't know what that means. Camera, might continue allowing hang-ups to use your camera. Okay. Camera, FaceTime. Well, I think you guys can see me, but unmute microphone, mute microphone. Okay, you got to hear me. At least that much I think I know. And what else do I need to know? This is on Hangouts. This is not in YouTube. That's the problem. I am not on YouTube. So how do I open up and go to YouTube? I got 5 people viewing me and I don't know. Okay. I'm in YouTube. And something's going on because I just see you Google Hangouts. Let's go back to chat. I don't know if I can send a link and you guys can't. That's my YouTube. But I can't get to YouTube. And excuse me, guys, if you are watching and you can hear me, because not only am I new to the streaming thing, I am also new to using a Mac. So I'm having some general, what's the word for it? Discombobulations. Let's see if I can put the link in here and go to YouTube where I'm at and see what happens. I see myself. Well, okay. So now I see myself, and now I can see you in the chat. Yay. So I'm doing something right. I wasn't on YouTube, but I was on Google Hangouts, which is what I'm streaming from. So apparently that's the problem. But I just muted myself on the YouTube side, so I don't hear myself echoing back. Hi, Nancy. Merry Christmas. And everybody's here. Yes, the sleeping grumpy husband. Yes, I can see you now. Yay, I finally figured it out. Nobody said Drea was dumb. Although sometimes you never know. Yeah, I do the eye roll thing too, Sarge. Okay, I do see the chat now, but I don't hear myself, but that's a good thing. I don't want to hear myself. I don't like to hear myself. People who talk to themselves like to hear themselves. The ones that answer themselves back, though, those are the ones you got to watch out for. Although somebody told me that was healthy. Oh, it was grumpy husband. Yay. Oh, you're welcome, Nancy. I'm so glad you received it. I love your card. I don't know if you could see it. It's back. Am I pointing? No, it's this way. My thing's backwards. Don't know if you can see it right there. Nancy made me that card right there. Yeah. She made it herself. She colored it in. She did. I have two cards now from you, Nancy. The one you sent me when I won the t-shirt and then that one. And I love them both. The other one I have put away because after Irma came, I didn't want anything important to get scrooged up in the hurricane. Yay. Yes. I got to get used to this because I'm going one way and it's actually this way where all my cards are. And then I have my Diva ring light. And for anybody who doesn't know, I made that myself. So if you want to know how to make that very, very cheap with like items you can buy at Walmart, I made my own Diva light. I don't have it on though, in case you were wondering. I know it holds 24 ounces of coffee in this sucker, or tea, or whatever I put in it. But I'll make hot tea at least 3-4 times a day to try to get in at least my 70-some ounces of water. Like a boss, I always say, boss, be the boss of my loss. I don't know if you can see that red hat over there. No, see? Actually, you know what I done figured out? If I look on YouTube, it's switched the right way. But when I look on here, I'm looking to myself, it's the other way, if that makes sense. And there's a delay also. See, I bet y'all didn't know when you're going live that there's a delay. Dang. Yeah, I do love your cards, Nancy, so much. Thank you. It means the world for me. I know how it is to make cards because, you know, the one you received and a few other people in here know I sent cards that I made by myself. And yeah, it's not easy. I don't know if any of you guys can see this rack that's over here on this side of me. Yeah, I'm putting it on this side of me. That right there is all rubber stamps and some die cut things that go with it. And then I have like a whole thing of embossing folders, and the little rack up there is all my embossing powders. I don't play around with those as much. I wish I had a Cricut. I know Fluffy mentioned it one day that she wished she had a Cricut. And I tell you, if I had one of those, I could get rid of all that because I got a lot of different machines to do that. Look, guys, pie. There's apple pie, and this is Patti LaBelle's sweet potato pie, and extra creamy Cool Whip. And I shouldn't be eating none of this, but it is good. It almost put me in a coma before. I can't cut into it, but so good. But this is like my last meal, you know, like, you know, when you're going to die, you know, you're going to die, you want your very last meal, what's going to be. So I'm going to start on a new low carb thing everybody has heard of called Atkins. And I'm not supposed to have coffee and tea on that. We're going to see how that goes because I can't do without my coffee. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do without tea because I don't really drink like cold water. I don't like water. If I drink water, it's in a bottle. Like I keep water. I have water down there on the floor. It's room temperature. I will drink it like that. I don't care to have cold water. Oh, a Diva light? Well, what it is, just to give you a little, it's a tripod, and I built this ring, which basically is, I don't know if you ever see the wreaths that they sell, like you can make your own wreath. It's one of those, and then I put tinfoil around it, and then there's these lights, they're LEDs, and I don't have it plugged in because it would be a pain in the butt for me to plug it in, but when that thing lights up, a lot of the beauty gurus have them, and you'll see these little lighted circles around their eyes. I just like messed up my glasses. Now you can see me with no glasses on, but I can't see without glasses. I'm legally blind without the glasses on from creating 1/12 scale dollhouse miniatures for many, many years of my life. So I have a hard time putting on makeup and doing other things, which some people would not realize because I'll sit there for hours and do it until it's done right. But I have a very difficult time doing it because without the glasses on, like I said, I can't see. So the coffee is amazing. It always is. My mom makes it or I make it, and we leave it on all the time. So anytime you come down to near Fort Myers, Florida, y'all are welcome to my house. Coffee's always on. I feel so guilty eating this, but after today, no more. No more baking cookies. No more making cakes. None of that, because I'm just self-sabotaging myself when I do it. And if anybody knows Patti LaBelle, is she the one that got like really super, super fat? Like, you know who I'm talking about? Like that diva who sings. Is that Patti LaBelle am I thinking of? Or am I thinking of Aretha Franklin? Yeah, I think I'm thinking of Aretha Franklin. Well, Patti LaBelle makes this sweet potato pie, and it's a little too sweet if you ask me. But it's good. If you never had sweet potato pie, but you've had pumpkin pie, it's pretty damn close. Your brother lives in Fort Myers? Well, you need to come on down and visit your brother and then come and visit me, because I'm not far from Fort Myers. I'm in an unincorporated area of Fort Myers called Lehigh Acres. We uppity people call it LA, though. You know. we got it like that. Yeah, Aretha Flip. She's the hefty one. But I heard she lost a lot of weight. She got sick or something. She was just recently on one of them weird tabloids. I don't know. There's like a few of them when you go stand in line at the grocery store, but I don't know which one is like worth listening to, or are they all just full of a bunch of crap that you shouldn't believe. I know, is it the Globe or the Inquirer? One of those would be claiming to see Martians and weird shit that probably don't exist. Ooh, are the kids still up flip side? I know your daughter and your son probably say worse things than I say, but I'm trying to behave around kiddos. Ooh, chocolate cream pie from Schwann's. Yeah, I like when you do those hauls from Schwann's. I don't think we have Schwann's, and I could be wrong because I did see something once offering to send me something from there, but I don't really know of. My shopping, going and shopping is like exercise for me. It gets me out of the house and gets me walking around the grocery store. So I like to go get my own food and pick my own food. But I've seen your hauls and they look great. Sing Oprah for Pavarotti? Really? Oh, opera for Pavarotti. I never heard her sing opera, but I can see her belting out some opera for sure. Aw, Flip. Yeah, Okeechobee. That's not too far from me, I would think. Yeah. You know what was hilarious was Tiffany said something about super glue on your fingers because something about missing your wife or something, and it got kind of weird. I don't know if you caught that part of it, but I sure did. But I just got a dirty mind, so my mind went the wrong way. Yeah, Sarasota, that's where my brother lives. My brother lives in Sarasota, Bradenton area. He has a business up there. He lives in a place called Lakewood Ranches, which is very, very rich. And yeah, opera. Yeah, I got that after I said Oprah. She wouldn't be singing Pavarotti, Oprah with Pavarotti. But yeah, Sarasota is about 90 minutes from my doorstep, or 90 miles from my doorstep. Either way, it's not very far. I drive there sometimes whenever my brother's having some sort of a shindig and we get invited. I take my mom there. In fact, we ended up here because we tried to move to be closer, because I wanted my mom to be closer to her grandkids, even though she has grandkids in other places. But like most of the other ones are either in Arkansas, or the more closely blood related ones live in Georgia, like between Douglasville and Carrollton County in Georgia, which I'm kind of looking towards moving to Georgia. I'm just tired of here, and I can buy a house, a lot more house with a lot more property in Georgia than I can here in Florida. But Florida's been my home for most of my life, since I'm 2 anyways. I lived in Miami, so moved here about 6 years ago, and I don't really like it here. There's a lot of crime, and I kind of moved here to move my mom away from the crime, that like the way it was in Miami, and it just seems like it's really bad here too. But it's small town, so it just seems that way. I lived in Kissimmee. I lived in Kissimmee for 8 months, Flipside, in a place called Point Siena, which is not far off the beaten path from where Disney is in, well, I guess they kind of call that like, is it Bonaventure, or I forget what they call that area over there where Disney is, but it's not far. It's like a 40-minute drive. And of course I drove every day, 40 minutes into town and 40 minutes back, because I worked near Disney. Yeah, that lasted for about 8 months, and then we moved back to Miami, and I lived in Miami Lakes, and then from Miami Lakes, moved back to Miami. I think I bought myself and my parents a home around that time. Yeah. Aunts, uncles, cousins. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, if you want to live in the, you know, where sun and fun and you don't want to freeze your ass off anymore, then you move to Florida. But it does get hot here, and I'm tired of not having the seasons and the changing of the leaves and that kind of stuff. I would much rather live somewhere in Texas or Arkansas. I have family in Arkansas, and I've been there, and I love it there. And I have a lot of friends in Texas. Gosh, do I have a lot of friends in Texas. Cheese is in Georgia. Yeah, I kind of figured he was in either Georgia or Tennessee, but I wasn't really quite sure. It wasn't so much his accent that I couldn't really pick up on it, and I'm really good at picking up on accents. But yeah, Buenaventure Lakes, that's it. Yeah, that's right near Disney. You could see it from your yard. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about now. I mean, things have changed there over the years. Like when I lived in Point Siena, there was hardly anything there, and they had just this small little town with a library, and it was also like the post office in the city. And there was Winn-Dixie there, and like now I heard that whole plaza has like really grown. And I was there. I took my husband to see it again. We went back. Well, he lived there with me, so it was like not like he didn't see it, but you know, we went back to check it out. I remember maybe a few years ago. I want to say 3-4 years ago. But yeah, we don't really do the Disney thing anymore. We don't like the walking, the sweating, and the paying really, really crazy amounts of money for soda. If you've ever gone to Disney, you know you pay like $5-6 for a soda, like a soda with all ice and no soda. Yeah. Fayetteville, Arkansas. Now, I don't know where that is in comparison to Texarkana, Arkansas, or DeQueen, but that's where my family's from. My niece, well, most of them live in Texarkana, and I forget the area, but my niece, Robin, has like a 5-bedroom trailer on 5 acres, and then her mom lives in Texarkana, and they have a house there where I visited. I loved it there. Small town girl. I like country. I'm country in heart. Oh, trash can. Who's trash can? Is that Rosie? Trash can came out of nowhere. And I didn't even see her until I just read that there was a girl in front of her class and she swished she never see her do anything. She'd laugh. But laugh. She's tall, she's smart, beautiful, and strong. When someone's down, she tries to fix what is wrong. Sounds like me. I love to try to fix what's wrong. I'm happy when other people are happy. When they're not happy, I'm sad. So I always try to fix them when they're not happy. Because I feel their pain, their upsetiveness. Wow, yeah. Hope. I've heard of Hope, Arkansas. Yeah, wow. Yeah, see, you and me, flip side, we have a lot in common. We surely do. That is for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I saw is that your daughter? I have no idea. Somebody named Trash Can. I don't know why you'd want to name yourself Trash Can. That's not cool. But yeah, I don't know where Trash Can came in. That's cool. Like, how many people do I have on this live? 6 viewers. Wow, for my first time, I'm amazed. I'm so proud of myself that I have so many viewers. And look at me. I'm a bad mukbanger. I'm not even eating. I told you it's late, and I'm like really not into the whole. But look, this is super creamy whipped cream. Look at this, guys. Oh, look, I gotta find my camera. I don't know where it is. This is so good. You guys want to bite? And I have apple pie and sweet potato. If you weren't in here before, because I'm not sure who Trash Can is. Trash Can might have missed that, but I did say on my title that I have coffee and pie. Look, apple pie and whipped cream. I should have put AMSR in the title. You know, guys, I actually started an ASMR channel, but I never went through with it. And is it okay to say this with the kids in the room? It's like I thought ASMR had something to do with like a fetish. No? Something sexual. Even though I watched a couple of people do ASMRs. I think it was around the time when Suicide Squad was like really popular with Harlequin. And there was this girl, she was doing a Harlequin ASMR. And she had the accent and everything like down pat. Really good acting skills, if you ask me. And she was doing the whole, oh shit. I'm dropping pie all over. Puddin', is that what she called him? Now I'm a Jared Leto fan. I'm not wearing the shirt, but I have a t-shirt with Jared Leto on it. I love 30 Seconds to Mars, and I love Jared Leto. And I don't know what it was. I think it was 50 Shades of Grey, and they were doing all the music, and I was trying to figure out who did the music. I didn't know anything about The Weeknd at that time, or Weekend, however it's called. And because he did with Ellie Goulding or something. We did that song, You're the Light. I think that's the name of it. Well, anyways, long story short, I went looking for the soundtrack and found something to do with Jared Leto. Like they did like a whole montage of him and different movies and things that he had been in, and they put it to that song. So I wasn't looking for it, but I was like, oh my God, I love him. I know of him from work, stuff that he's done. And I don't know, I just like fell in love with him all over again. He has the bluest eyes, the bluest eyes. And I know your colors on your screen flip side are not the greatest, but I knew you had blue eyes. I knew there was just something kind of wicked about your eyes when I would see you, how they did light up on cam, even though you like are not in color all the time. So good. And most people dream in black and white. I dream in color. I don't know what that means, but when I watch your videos, though, it's like I'm watching a dream because it's black and white almost. No, it's not really black and white. It's somewhat color, kind of like sepia color. I'm such a bad girl. It's actually midnight here right now on the nose, and I'm eating. There's hope for me yet, guys. I'll make you get up and go to the kitchen, Nancy. Oh, please. You want only 2 bites? You can have more than 2 bites. I got more pie in the kitchen. There's actually a small piece of apple pie. My husband's going to be so grumpy when he gets up. You ate all the pie. Oh, well. I could do without the pie, but the coffee, I got to have my coffee. I put heavy whipping cream in it. I don't do the powdered non-dairy creamer stuff, and I definitely don't do almond milk. Like, I don't keep regular milk in the house. If my husband wants it, he'll have regular milk, but I stopped drinking regular cow's milk a long time ago when I figured out the shelf life on almond milk is not only does the stuff taste better, but it has a longer shelf life. And I thought, okay, there's got to be something to that. And I never would drink it before. Like, I was scared that it was going to taste funny or something. And yet, as soon as I tried it, I like fell in love with it. I do the cashew almond unsweetened original, and I don't do regular milk. But I tried almond milk in my coffee. Blech. I even tried. They have the. I did that review for that eggnog that I did, which was made with almond milk, and that's good. But that same brand makes a coffee creamer. Horrible. Stay away from it. Don't do it. I didn't even have the heart to do a review with it because it was just so nasty. I just threw it out. And then I was like, oh, I should have done like a nasty review, but oh well. I could just warn you guys not to touch the stuff. It's not worth it. And it was expensive on top of it. But like, I don't get like the whole big deal, because if I would have put regular almond milk in my coffee, I would have gotten the same results as far as like, I don't know, it has something to do with the color. When you put creamer in coffee, it's supposed to lighten up the coffee. When you ask me how I want my coffee, I say light and sweet. When you put almond milk in coffee, it makes it a color that is just not desirable to me. So did you get back up and go into the kitchen, Nancy? Was Trash Can a spammer? Well, that was weird. Is she still here? I don't even know. How many of us are here? See, it doesn't really let me know. Like it says 7 viewers. Trash can might still be here. I didn't click to find out. Everybody's welcome, even spammers. Even those haters that like to say hurtful things and tell me off. I love the abuse. Talk dirty to me, baby. I don't want to get another piece of pie. So don't get pie. Get something else. It doesn't matter what you eat. If you're hungry, eat something. I'm going to go, Drea. Sorry. Oh, well, that's okay. I know you were feeling sick. I hope you feel better, Sarge. Night. Yep, here goes the grumpiness. No trash left. Yep, Grumpy's starting with his shit. He's got to work tomorrow. Maybe I need to be a little quieter. Maybe you guys can hear me anyway. So he starts coming in here and starts screaming and acting crazy. La ba ba ba. Are you still with me, Flip? Good thing there's a delay. I don't have any napkins on deck. What did I do with my napkins? I have wet wipes. Oh, I do have napkins on deck. Look. Flip. Napkins on deck. Did I have pie in my face? I don't even know. Man down. No trash left. Okay, well. Yes. Is that how you say it? Autonomous sensory meridian response? Why does that not sound familiar when I looked it up? Yeah, that's probably what it is. I do like the crumbly sounds and that kind of stuff. I do. He's mocking me. He's in the bedroom mocking me. Yep, up and grumpy. Mm-hmm. Last piece of pie per tonight. Jeepers, it's sweet. Yeah, you know, can you hear me? Because I'm trying to whisper, even though I'm being made fun of in the other room. This pie, okay, the sweet potato pie, Nancy, is really, really sweet. Like super sweet. It's like too sweet. But it has that like pumpkin pie spice type taste to it. Mm. See, I love sweet potato, but I don't like that as much as I like the apple. And I make sweet potato pie. It's 10 times better than that, and that's probably what the problem is oh no, now he's asking Alexa what time it is.
The time is 12:06 a.m.
I didn't mean to. Oh no, here comes Grumpy. Mm. Grumpy sat on a wall. Grumpy had a big fall. He doesn't even know that I'm live. And I'm not going to tell him so. Hey, isn't that what live's all about? Unedited, you never know what you might expect. Only thing worse would be if he'd walk in here in his underwear. Sorry, I have to laugh. I'm not editing that shit out for nothing. And I'll leave it up. I bet it gets a lot of views. You know, I have a video of him dancing. He whips his shorts and does this slide thing. And I kept saying, one of these days I'm going to post it on him. I'm going to post it. And I don't have the heart to. But I should. Who knew you had a smart... I know, Nancy, I do. I actually have an Echo in my office here. And I have a dots. Yeah, I have a couple dots. I got one in the bedroom, one in the kitchen, and I have another one I haven't yet to install. Only because I don't know if I want it in the bathroom or like outside, because I really don't sit outside. But maybe I would more. I've got an exercycle outside, so I thought, well, maybe I'll put it out there and it'll encourage me to motivate and use my exercycle. Put earplugs in. Yeah. He'd find a way to hear through them. Anything to complain. Yeah, it's really, really good. I'm glad you can hear me. I'm trying to whisper. Now Chico's going off. You're going to hear that. And then whenever anybody's in the refrigerator in the kitchen, you eat something, he wants some, and he don't care. And he could talk, but he'll scream. I should say he gets his grumpiness from his dad, his human papa. All kinds of noise, glass thrown. I'm telling you, he's hating on the fact that I'm doing a live video or any video where I'm talking. He doesn't, you know. I could be working right now, and then he would be complaining about that too. It's like he doesn't, there's nothing he won't complain about. It's constant. But I'm glad you guys can hear me. Teach the birds and to ask. I'm waiting for Chico to start asking her to do stuff because he keeps hearing us say it. Like I set timers and stuff when I'm cooking, and it's more convenient than trying to set the timer on the oven. I'm waiting for him to say, you know, her name and then order stuff or something from Amazon. I know, flip side. Don't come in here with your underwear on.
I don't care. I was sleeping, got woken up.
Well, I'm on live.
I don't care. You're on live. I'll come in here naked.
Told you guys. No, it was dishes in the sink. He was throwing them around, Fluffy. But then he came in here with his underwear on. You know, it was like a Homer Simpson moment. I keep crack myself up with some of the stuff I say. Because if I don't have the humor, I think I would go nuts. Seriously. Like, did y'all hear him in here that he'd say he don't care, he would come naked? Nobody wants to see that. It'll be like a horror movie night after Christmas. That's right, Nancy. Gotta laugh at life. It's laughing at my own life. I'm not like laughing at life in general. Although you gotta admit, most things in life are pretty damn funny. Like, you know, I'll be driving down the road and I'll look to my right and some guy's sitting there picking his nose, like digging for so far up there, you know. I'm gonna choke on pie. But I mean, who am I to judge the guy? You know what I'm saying? He's got a loogie all the way up and cratered up into his brain. You needed to get it out, I guess, but that's life. You know what I mean? What I got, that's unnecessary. It's a result of a bunch of different meds and stupidity. Oh, by the way, this is one of my fur babies. Say hi, handsome. He's coming for my coffee or my pie. What do you want? You want my pie? Say hi. Look this way. Hey, look up there. Look up there. Say hi. Nancy, you've seen my fur baby before. You've seen Handsome. This is the big guy. He's like 20 pounds. Hey, hi. You see yourself on cam? Look at yourself on the camera. No? No? He don't have any claws. I didn't do that to him, no. Somebody else did that to him. Come on. The thing about him is his hair is so soft and fluffy. Not you, Fluffy, but Fluffy. It gets to me. He keeps going behind the computer. So let's see. Especially me. Got to laugh at life. Yes, you have to laugh at life because if you don't laugh, you might end up crying at it. Sure. Strange and funny and not so funny. Yeah, well, I like funny. Strange is good too. Strange is kind of funny. Grumpy. About to go back in the room. Yeah, mine's eating the rest of my whipped cream. He's licking it off my plate, but I don't want any more of it. I'm done. So cute. Don't eat that. No, don't eat the sweet potato. You want this? Come here. Come here so people can see you. Come here. Here. Can I say hi? You eat sweet potato? He's eating, look at this. He's eating it. He has a funny tongue. The way his tongue comes out is funny. Come here. Look at this. He's so big. I can't lift him. I only let him in here because he has no claws. Otherwise, they can't come in because they ruin my new furniture. I got a leather sofa in here. You could just throw them. I got a leather sofa in here, and and not to mention this chair is pretty new. And they've already got to it. They come in and in 1 second they just like and mark it all up. I would much rather have dogs than cats in that respect, but then the cats have things that they don't do that the dogs do, if that makes any sense. I'm losing where I'm supposed to be looking. I'll get the hang of this. Yeah, he's a cutie. His name's Handsome for a reason. I didn't name him though. The lady that I got him from named him Handsome, but rather than the fact that he is handsome, he doesn't have claws, and he likes to use his paws as hands, and he grabs things and he pets, and he's very lovable, but he'll try to open doors and grab things. So that's Handsome. Go figure. Sort of a, what do you call it? The oxymoron, or what's it called? A conundrum? I forget the name of it. You know, where it's called one thing, but it means another. If that makes any sense. A Christmas tree. A Christmas tree. Me? Nancy? Oh, a Christmas treat. Yes, I gave him a little taste, but he wasn't really licking. He was like licking into the air towards it. It was kind of funny. He didn't really even touch it, but I'm done with it. Like, I have that much left on the plate. Some of the apple pie, and it's too late. It's too late to be eating, and I don't need that. And grumpy hubby kind of made me lose my appetite. Seriously. Not in the mood for any more pie. But my coffee's still good. I don't know if you guys can see. I still got some coffee in there, but I don't like when the coffee gets old. Like it gets this like little weird almost looks like hot cocoa where it leaves little black, or not black, but specks of something. It's kind of weird. But that's this coffee pot. But I've had so many different coffee pots. At least this coffee maker makes the pot quick. But when you pour the pot, like pour coffee in the cup, no matter what, you have to hold it over the sink because it comes pouring out the bottom of it. No matter how you turn it or hold it, it's just like shitty pot, if you know what I mean, the way they made it. And I like to try a Krups, but I've never had a Krups. But what are you gonna do? Way we drink coffee around here, we go broke with the Krups. Cute. Yeah, my cats are cute. I have 6 of them. I think I said that earlier in Flipside's chat. I have him. He's one of the oldest that I have. And then I have Kalea, who's older than him, but another Bengal. He's a marbled Bengal. She's what I call a liger. She's a leopard and a tiger. She's not as big as him. And she doesn't know how to retract her claws, and she has both front and back. He only has back claws. Like I said, I didn't do that to him. He came to me like that. Then I have a calico, which I don't know if y'all know, but calico cats are only females. I have one of those. Her name's Nova, which is short for November. We actually got her in November, maybe about 4 years ago, something like that. And then we have a Russian Blue, who I named Blue. And I have a black cat who's got a little white on her, but I've always owned a black cat. Like, hubby and I got married. We met in 91, got married in 92, and we had a black cat. We named her Misha. We had her for about 12 years. She died. And then almost a year to the day, we got a second one, looked just like her. We named her Misha also. I don't know if that was good or bad luck. She happened to live almost 12 years to the day, and then she died. And then not too long ago, hubby found this one in a trash can. And for every black cat we've had, the second one had a white spot. Like the first one had a little white spot. The second one had 2 little white spots. This one has 3 white spots. And this is the third one. It's kind of weird. And we call her Pickle. But her real name's Magic. But only because she has a way of getting in and out of. You're like, you close the door, and then all of a sudden she's in your room. Like, how did you get here? So I named her Magic, but for some reason or other, I started calling her Pickle. And this was long before I watched Fluffy, because Fluffy says pickle, pickle, pickle. And there's another lady that I watched keto with. It's keto under 20, and her name's Sarah. And I forget, she's got like a really long name. She's on YouTube. And she's always saying stuff, you know, she calls everybody her Pickles. So like, I don't know where I got the whole pickle thing, but like, it's funny. I call the cat Pickle, and everybody calls the cat Pickle. So that's her nickname. You'll get to meet them all pretty soon, because they love to be in here when I'm usually in my office doing stuff. Parton, yeah. Bananas. Fluffy likes bananas. Well, I thought that was a Minion thing with the bananas, to be honest with you, because they're always saying banana, banana. Oh no. She was in the garbage again, little bitch. Yeah, I love when they come on cam. I like, you know, for you guys to see Chico too, because Chico's funny. Chico talks to you, and it's not like he repeats what I say. He literally, like when I'm saying answers appropriately, and he's just so funny. And, you know, for like a long time ago, my mom said, you know, any bird that has Facebook in his vocabulary should have his own Facebook account. So literally, I did start him his own Facebook account, and I also have a YouTube channel. I don't know if it's called Chico, or I forget what the name of it is, but he does. I don't know. I think I list it from my channel under other things to subscribe to or whatever that is. But you know, I'm not like really into the whole YouTube thing. Like, I don't know what everything's called, but I did create him his own channel, but I never really uploaded videos there. But I did on Facebook through my channel, because he says Facebook sucks, and he'll say some very bad things. He'll say fuck Facebook, and, you know, he just does not like Facebook, but yet he does like Facebook, because as soon as I go to videotape him or whatnot, he'll want me to put him on Facebook. He'll be like, he'll start talking about Facebook. But unlike some birds where I see where they clam up and they won't say a thing, especially when they know that they're being videotaped or watched or whatever, he loves the camera. He just loves it. And he says a lot of different things, you know, like I'll be kissing one of the cats, giving him love, and he'll be like going, I love you, you know, and saying stuff like that. So he's really a character. And if you say something and you make a point, I'm like, fucking it. So he's cool. Yeah. Yeah, you'd like him, Nancy. You really would. You call your family members Pickles? Pickles. I don't know why I call this cat Pickles. I don't know where I got it. I just started calling her Pickles, and it stuck. And my husband was working for this guy at this used car lot, and I guess he caught wind of the fact that I was calling the cat Pickles, so he called the cat Pickles, and it just kind of stuck. But yeah. Oh, yeah, probably not. You know, he hides behind the damn cage. You can't touch that bird whatsoever. I mean, talking is one thing. He screams when he wants food. He loves to be fed. He loves to eat everything we eat. And pretty much aside from like avocados or onions, because you're not supposed to give onions to dogs or cats, I don't give it to him. But avocados for sure, I know are bad for him. But everything else, like, I feed him. So like if I'm eating, he's screaming. I used to do a lot of cooking videos, and I stopped because of the screaming. But I think now with the new editing capabilities that I have with my Mac, I think I'm going to start doing more cooking videos. I'm just going to have to like do voiceover, and take out all the background sound, and then just do the voiceover of my voice after the fact. Like when, like now it's quiet, I would be able to like do a voiceover, because that's why I don't do my cooking videos anymore that I did. Because he's in the kitchen now, and he screams whenever you're cooking anything. Even if you give him a little something, he'll shut up for a while, but then he'll just chew it up, spit it out, and then start screaming again. Yeah. Yeah. I will. One day I'll put him on cam so you guys can see. And I'll have to do like a live with all my kids, my fur and feathered kids. I have fish too, but they're not going to do anything too interesting. Yeah. I don't think I'm doing anything too interesting either. I think I'm really boring, but I'm glad to be on here live with all you guys as my firsts. My first live chat virgins. I'm no longer a live chat virgin myself now. But where'd everybody go? I don't see any more chat. I see the last chat from Nancy. LOL. And I noticed, like I said, I'm on here live, but it's coming to you guys like after the fact. And Grumpy's moving around again. He's on the prowl. Threatening not to go to work. Because I'm keeping him up. Conyer. And he used to call you Brat. And you don't know who taught him that. Welcome back, Fluffy. Well, you know what's funny about Chico is when I'm sweeping, he'll say Messy Bird, and I didn't teach him that. But he knows Messy Bird. But I always say, no, it's Messy Dog. It's not Messy Bird. Hi, Rabbit Footy. Whoever you are. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Hopefully you're a nice troll, not an unknown troll, because I've never seen your... Wait, have I seen that name before? I don't know. I don't know how many people are actually looking at me now on the chat. Let me see if I can close this somewhat. 7 viewers still. Okay, so I lost one and one came back. I don't know. Oh, you leave the good. I need to call you Brat. Oh, Mama Brat. Yes, I think I have seen your name before, Rabbit Footy. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. This is my first live, so I hope I'm not too boring. Yeah, Chico has a funny way of if you go outside, he'll tell you to get out, and he'll scream and like, get out, get out, get out. If I'm arguing with my mother or my husband, he'll say, fight, fight, fight. He's just funny. Yeah. And he'll also tell my husband off when I'm telling my husband off too, which is what I like because he helps back me up. I got my little backup buddy, you know, he's got my back. A couple of times, yes, I have recognized your name before. That's awesome. Thank you for coming in and saying hi to me live. Much better than Memorex taped, whatever. I don't know if anybody remembers that. It's live, not Memorex. Fluffy would remember that. I don't know if you would, Flip. Nancy probably would too. Yeah. You know what's funny about the little emojis on here, Rabbit Footy, is they look like gumdrops with smiley faces on them and stuff. Is it just me? Doesn't it look like a little gumdrop? Yep. Oh, I got 8 viewers now. Hello to the lurkers, because not too many of there's only a few who are typing and chatting. You do remember the saying, yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to age myself, but I'm a little up there in age. I'm glad I got some good genes. I look pretty young. Yes, at least it is a friendly emoji. Even gumdrops are friendly too, though, for sure. I mean, for me anyways, I like gumdrops. I made some gumdrop fudge recently. Oh my gosh. And I used dots instead of gumdrops because I just didn't see the whole point in sugar-coated candy in sugar. It just didn't make sense. Came out really good. Yeah, 47. Okay, so you came out with your age, Rabbit Footy, so I'll tell you I'm 47. Proudly, sort of. I only say that because I don't look my age. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be saying that. I don't look old, do I? No. Yeah, Fluffy, you're the same. Well, no, I think my husband's 53. He was born in 64, so that would make him, yeah, 53. He'll be 54 next year, June 4th. A week and a half? Fluffy, I'm going to have to come party with you. Well, I don't party. I don't drink anyways. So, I mean, I can have a good time. I just don't drink. I don't do anything I used to do. Damn it. I'm waiting for the grumpiness to, like, really start where you all hear it. I'm just going to laugh, too. I'm not even going to try to cover it up. Like, before I would be embarrassed about it, but you know what? Hey, no control over here. I know, Fluffy. I'm telling you. See, it's earlier for you in Texas too. I don't know where you are, Rabbit Footy. I'm in Florida, so it's already like almost 12:30. Nancy, I know, is Pacific time. She's out in Seattle. Fluffy's Mountain. The flip side, you're in is it Missouri? Then you're Mountain time, or is it you're still at Central time? It's Central time, right? South Carolina. Oh yeah, you're in the same time zone as me. Is it nice there? I hear there's a lot of crime, but like I'm looking to move next year sometime, and I don't know. I have a cousin that lives in Monks. Is it Monks something? Can't remember the name of it. It's Monks something or other. A lot of churches, I think. 37 in 3 weeks. Yay. Yeah, we're gonna have like a major online party for you and Fluffy. Yep, it's only 11:30 there. Yep. 12:30 here. 9:30 where Nancy is. It's just fine there. Yeah. I don't know. My cousin tried to tell me there was a lot of crime there. Maybe he just didn't want me to move near him because he knows like I'd probably like, there goes the neighborhood. Central time. Yes. See, that's what I thought. Can you leave Grumpy? I wish. You have no idea how much I wish. Seems like he follows wherever I go. It's kind of, I'm going to say this as plainly as I can, a fart. It just kind of lingers there. You know what I'm saying? Just keeps following. Doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, that's what he told me where he is. He's in Monks something, and he said there's a lot of crime there. But I think he lives in a trailer. I know why you're LOL at me for that last comment I made. See, this is delayed here, and I'm getting a little used to that, but it's true. No, actually, he's going to end up buying me a house, or so he says. So we'll see about that. He's got some surgery coming up, and hopefully it'll fix his brain and the grumpiness. Monks, yeah. Yeah, that's where he lives in South Carolina, something like Monks or Monkstown or something like that. But he's from New Jersey. He lived in Edison, New Jersey, and he's from Bronx, New York. Go figure. Like when I was growing up, I visited him last. I was 16. It was 1986, and he was living in the Bronx. Then he got married, and he was living in Edison, New Jersey for a really long time. We lost contact and lost touch with one another when his mom passed away. She was living in the house that I inherited, which was in Miami. And then I moved here, and just a few years ago, we kind of rekindled our cousinship and found out he's living in Monk, South Carolina. He's a Patriots fan like me. Yay. Crime-ridden neighborhood. I think there's crime everywhere, though. She said the smaller the neighborhood, like the more apt you are to hear about stuff when it's happening, which is what the problem I feel I have here. Because there's so much crime here in Lehigh Acres, it seems like. I mean, just to me, anyways, it seems that way. But I don't know. I moved here to get away from crime. And it was really quiet 6 years ago when I moved here. Now I just hate it. Banana. Oh, now I get it. I get it. Banana. Was she batshit crazy, Banana? Crime. Yeah. Certain areas of New Jersey, you would think, right? Flip side. Yeah, I mean, I just think, there's killings here, literally like mafia style killings. Yeah, I said that, batshit crazy. Yeah, there's like, they have people like, they'll tie their hands behind their back and tell them to walk and send them out into these empty fields, which we have quite a bit of them around here, and then just shoot them right in the back of the head. They're like, you're going in that field, but you ain't coming out that field. Yeah. Yeah, but what kind of crime do you have everywhere? We're not talking just like little bank robberies or, stealing cigarettes and liquor. We're talking some serious, like a lot of drug crimes. For the most part, I would say a lot of them are drug related anyways. But we have killings, people found dead in their houses, You know, double, triple, quadruple murders, you know, whole families and stuff being taken out. I mean, it's definitely, I lived in Miami most of my life, and I would take Miami over this any day, even though that's pretty crazy back where I lived too. And it was getting really bad. You know, so South Carolina's better. See, I could live anywhere though. You see, I work for myself, so I think I can go anywhere except for Philadelphia, because there is a non-competency clause that is with the company that I do a service for. So I can't like work from home because they have an in-house brick and mortar place, you know, that people go work in. But outside of that, I can live anywhere. Oh, and I can't live in Canada because you just can't. Like, that's another country, so. Yeah, shootings. Yeah, see, we have a lot of shootings. A lot of meth is bad, probably here too. Heroin. Heroin's really bad. And we have this zombie drug, or they call it zombie in like places like Ecuador and stuff, but here it's like the same thing, like bath salts or something. It just, whatever it is, they take it and they're just like out there. They ain't coming back. Oh, hell no. Why do I sound like one of those? That would be a good job for me, though. I could probably do that. Although Grumpy would be all pissed off. He wouldn't let me do that. No, but you know what? Now that you said that, Fluffy, it's funny because one of the companies, I do a lot of quality control, and one of the companies that does work through this company that I do service for, I do quality control, and they are a phone sex company. So it's funny you should say that. I get to listen in on some really wild things. No, actually, if you've ever heard of a company called Live Ops, they're basically like CSR for different types of CSR is customer service representative for certain types of like online sales things that you might see, like infomercials and stuff in the middle of the evening. And so I'm basically have to know like 40 different types of jobs that, you know, people do, so that I know if they're saying the right thing, doing the right thing, sticking to their script like they're supposed to, if they need to go back to retraining and all that kind of stuff. It's very taxing. I wish I did phone sex, though. That would probably be easier. Just say Grumpy is part of the package. Yeah, I have headphones. So if I was watching any of you guys live, I could listen to you and then he wouldn't hear it. But see, I'm talking and he can hear. And even if he couldn't hear, he would go over and above, like he would do what he can to like leave the door open instead of trying to do what he could to not hear me. He would do the opposite. So he would have something to complain about. Yeah. He looks so grumpy with it. Mine didn't even have to look grumpy. He just sounds grumpy. You know, like he didn't even have to say anything, which would have been better, but he did. I don't know if y'all heard him, but he was like, I don't care, I'm in my underwear, I don't care, I'll be naked. You know, he's always gonna ruin something. Like every picture I take of him, he shoots a middle finger and ruins. I was doing a video earlier with my mom, you know, doing a Christmas dinner, and we open our gifts after Christmas because we kind of wake up late around here. Everybody goes to bed late usually, but he has to go to work today. So, well, today for us because it's already Tuesday. But I got her this big carafe, the Crofton one that they sell at Aldi's. It has like a little spout on it, like for putting drinks, like a gallon carafe, and it was in a box. And I told him that big one is for her. He puts it up on the table and he slams it. Now, like, you don't know what it is. Why would you slam it? But he knew what it was. He knew what it was because it was unwrapped here in my office where we were watching movies for a week before I even wrapped it. And I said something. I was like, don't bang it. You're going to break it before she even opens it. And he had something smart to say about it. Like, he doesn't like you to tell him, you know, anything. Like, if he does something wrong and you sit and you call him on it, he gets mad. But yet he did it. You know, like he'll do something wrong and then he doesn't want you to get mad. Like you're just supposed to let him do it. He doesn't want any consequences. So what am I going to do? Like even now I'm talking and he'll probably hear me talking. Like, I don't care. You know, I'm at that point where, you know, 26 years of marriage. Well, I mean, I always get ahead of myself. 25 years. It'll be 26 years next year if we make it. And February 15th, day after Valentine's Day, is our anniversary. But the last couple of years. I mean, you get to a point where you're just so sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you like, it doesn't matter what it is in life, you just get fed up and you're like, I'm not taking this no more. You know, you can be the way you are, but I'm putting the brakes on. And I got that way last year, and I've kind of been that way ever since. And I try to be nice, but then every time I do and I let my guard down, I just get like shit all on, you know, again. So it is what it is. Typical narcissist. Is that what it's called, Fluff? Yeah. Yeah, well, I fight the whole depression thing, Flip. I do. Because, like, seriously, yeah, you can only take so long of it. I'm with you, Flip. But it doesn't matter, because there are women that could be just as bitchy as there are men that could be bitchy. I mean, he's fucked up because he chose to be, you know? I mean, drugs and alcohol and God knows what. I mean, that's, you know, no excuse, but it's definitely part of the recipe that's created that disaster. But he used to be totally sweet, and he still can be, but now when he's being sweet and trying to do things for me, I think he has ulterior motives, because then usually I find out something's coming down the line. He's going to ask for money or something. So it's not now sweet because he's sweet. Now it's sweet because he wants something. See what Fluffy says? It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. Exactly. Like you can be, it could be a guy, it could be a girl, it could be a wannabe. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Underwear trip at all. Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't care. I always say, speaking of underwear trip, this one's, it's his panties in a knot all the time. Don't matter if they're Fruit of the Looms or what, it's just more panty. You know, sometimes I got to make these jokes, because if not, you know, if you don't laugh about it, you're going to cry about it. But I don't cry about it. I get pissed off. I do get pissed off a lot. That's for sure. I just, you know, and I sometimes look at other people's lives like, oh, God, I wish he was like that, you know, or we were like that, but just ain't happening. Yeah. You say that until you are. I mean, nobody likes to be alone, but I like, oh, here he comes again, burping and stuff. Yeah, I look at that sometimes and I'm like, yeah, I wish that was me, but it ain't happening. I've gone like to the courthouse and been at the courthouse and watched the 45-minute video of like how to file on your own and all that. And that only helped for a little while. And that shit craziness started again. What? Wait. I'm trying to read. I think as girls hit 40-ish, we're more open to tell them like it is. I guess. I think for me, it's just I got really sick and tired of it. You know, because like he says, oh, you used to be so nice. What happened? Well, you used to not fuck with me. Excuse my French. You know? Slow boat to Siberia. Nancy, you're so funny. Slow boat to Siberia for guys in underwear. Grumpy. Well, I think his slow boat isn't to Siberia, unless Siberia is somewhere in China, because this shit could go all the way up in the cheeks. He gets so funny. Oh, banana. Now I know who you're talking about when you say banana. It took me a while to figure out who you were talking about when you said Mona. Flight to Mars one-way trip. Yep. Oh, yeah. They'll be worried. We worded on 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm a bitch. I'm all that. Oh well, I'm used to it though. I would say that's Miss Bitch to you with authority. With a capital B. He just wants to go to Mars rapidly. Oh man, he likes sci-fi. Was he a Trekkie? Who was talking about that? Fluffy, what are you talking? You're sort of a Trekkie. You know, I started watching that a lot only because it's on the Me channel. I don't subscribe to cable, so it comes on this channel we have here. And I sometimes watch a bunch of this back-to-back Spock episodes and stuff. I like the Star Trek. I'm not talking about Star Wars though. I mean, heck, we watched what was it, Galaxy, something of the Galaxy the other day with the little tree that was jamming out and dancing. I know, Fluffy. 2 years ago this time, I went to a Christmas / Doctor Who party. And somewhere I have these like buttons they made and everything with the TARDIS. I even made somebody a TARDIS cake once. I'm not much of a Whovian, Doctor Whovian. Yeah. Yeah, I think if I have to say if I have like a favorite show to watch, I like, what's that? The Blacklist. I like Bones. There's that new one I just saw a couple of shows of. I guess there's a movie of it, Pitch Perfect or something, with the girls singing. I like a lot of the like X Factor and American Idol, any of those kind of, because I got an ear for music and I like to sing and stuff. So, I can kind of hear when I think somebody's going to make it all the way or not. And I usually like to predict the winner long before they even get through. And I'm usually pretty spot on. Yeah, I grew up with Star Trek. And what was that one? Rogers. But he was Buck Rogers. Was that his name? Buck Rogers? Used to watch Buck Rogers and Believe It or Not, I'm Walking on Air. Used to watch all those shows. Yes, I love The Voice. I do. I wasn't too much with rushing home to make sure I watched every episode of The Voice this year, but I did watch it. Yes, Star Trek. Star Trek. What's the other one? There's another one that I used to watch that's kind of can't think of it. Now he's knocking on a wall. That's how nutty he is. In my bedroom, knocking on a wall. Blake won again. Well, see, I saw the girl that won, but I wasn't sure that it was him. That I saw him with her, and then because I didn't even watch the last couple of episodes. Yeah, Mary Tyler Moore. Yeah, I watched a few of those. Yeah, I used to watch those, but not so much. I liked Mork from Ork. Three's Company. And what else did I used to watch? Oh, Good Times. And what was the other one? Oh gosh, Jeffersons. The Jeffersons. Yeah, and then there used to be like a spin-off of all of them because you had like All in the Family with Nate Head. What's his name? Archie Bunker. And then you would see the Jeffersons on his show, and then you would see some of them like from Three's Company, and you had the Ropers. And then they had their own show. See, that's one good thing about me. My husband is my child, that I will say. And my mother is my other child because she lives with us. She's 76. I don't have any children. And I don't know if that makes me lucky or not lucky because I do like kids. And it's funny because my friends who have kids are all like, oh, you don't want them. And I'm like, why? There's nothing wrong with them. I gotta remember where my camera is. Because, I mean, I see Fluffy and her daughter just take care of her and stuff. And I'm like, wow, I'm not going to have that. I'm going to die old and my dogs aren't going to be able to take care of me. I'm going to have to, like my husband said, we're going to have to adopt some Chinese kid. It'll be cheaper because they probably just feed them rice. And okay. It's bad. It's really bad. Kind of racist too, but he said it first. Yeah, Flip. I grew up on that stuff. Love those shows for sure. Yeah. You have an awesome daughter. I sometimes hear her whispering in the background because I'll have the headphones on and I can hear everything in these headphones and I'll be like, and I'll hear her. I know she doesn't want to be heard on camera. And it's funny because like, who's going to know it's you by your voice? But I don't know if she's doing it to be courteous because it's your video and she doesn't want to take away from you on your video, but No, exactly. Not at all, Fluff. No. And he's really good. We've got a lot of nieces and nephews, and I'm always making excuses for him or apologizing for him, and everybody's like, "What? We love him." So obviously, his family they don't. It must like grow in the family. They don't think there's anything wrong with it, what he does, or they know, you know what I mean, and they're like compensating for it. It's. I grew up differently. I was raised with morals, and even my mother's morals are out the window. Like all the things that she instilled in me, she's totally forgotten in her old age, and now she does. Like I have OCD, and I'm very clean, and I like the kitchen very clean and neat and in order. And I'll go in and I'll clean up, and she'll come in like before I'm done cleaning or right after, and she'll mess everything up and leave powdered coffee creamer and stuff all over the place. And I'll go back in the kitchen and I'll be like, I thought I cleaned this. And it'll be all over the place. And I have to kind of try to like just clean it and not say nothing, because I get yelled at when I say, hey, who did this? Like don't ask around here or anything. I get it from her and I get it from him. They both deny everything. And I'm all alone, and I just got to keep being their maid and keep cleaning up after them, because neither one of them will admit to anything. And asking for something around here or asking if they did something starts a huge argument. Like they start yelling and screaming. And it's usually the one that did it is the first one to start yelling and screaming that they didn't do it. It's like having kids, I would imagine. Aw. She probably sounds cute. Just personal thing. But I know there's a YouTuber. She has a lot of followers, like in the millions, and she talks like a little baby. And there was something wrong with her voice or something, unless that was just some skit she was doing. But I thought she sounded cute. Some people can find that annoying, but yes, at least I have my fur babies. But even still, I think I would have left a long time ago, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for my fur babies. Because if it wasn't for my husband, I wouldn't have as many fur babies. Like we have minions, we call them minions, long before Sarge came around, that we feed outside, a bunch of cats. And little did we know we were also feeding other animal critters, because we put food out. Well, hubby puts food out for the cats. Raccoons come. And the cats will sit there and not mess with the raccoons and let them eat. And then birds come and they eat. And other critters have come here, dogs, stray dogs, and eat. So, there's a big plastic thing that I guess you put your shoes on it, like I forget what you call it, like a mud tray or something. And he puts food out in that whole entire tray every single day. I pay for it, and I probably spend about $40 a week in outdoor kitty food, and that's a lot. But we love animals, and he seems to think that the animals in the neighborhood won't get fed if we don't feed them, which is a bunch of bull, because I guarantee you that the Spanish people in this neighborhood are giving these animals beans and rice and things like that. I used to have a Spanish friend, and her mom used to feed their dog beans and rice. It sounds like your house. Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes it's just like staying for kids is not a reason. Like if I had human kids, I wouldn't want my kids to be subjected to some of this grumpiness and hate and just sheer stupidity. Like it's all day grumpiness. It's like I try to be happy and turn every negative into a positive, but it's a major job and you can only do so much of it. And like trying to make other people believe that my life is so great when sometimes it's not, it's like a job, So like I don't come on and do as many videos like I'd like to, or that I even once used to. Like if you look back at my videos when I started my channel in 2011, I did a lot more videos, but I had like a different setup. I was in a different house, and my husband, it was a different time, and my husband was like off doing his own thing, trying to hide from me what he was doing to himself. His brother was, diagnosed with cancer, and he was dying, and it put my husband into this PTSD sort of thing that was going on with him. And at the time, we didn't really understand what any of that was, because he wasn't, I diagnosed him before a doctor did, but I, thanks to Google, clearly knew what was going on. And, he was having all these problems and, kind of burying himself in front of a TV watching old, I didn't even know at the time, it was old reruns of old college football. I thought he was watching like new college football or new football games. Like I had no idea they were like old games that were recorded or pre-recorded. But that's what I thought, when really he was just hiding the fact that he had created, he had like reopened the door to a drinking habit that he had. And he was just drinking himself. He didn't want to not feel, the emotions that he was feeling. And so here I threw myself in my office, in my studio, doing my crafts, cooking, doing whatever I could, and then working on myself and my own weight loss efforts, because at that particular time, I decided enough was enough, and I was sick and tired of being sick and tired myself. And I was over 300 pounds then. And I started just, my channel because I wanted to lose weight. But then I think it was, I'm trying to think of the months that it was. I don't know if it was like February of that year or following year. I got down to like 240 something pounds, and I got into selling Scentsy, the little wickless candle warmer, wax warmer things and whatnot. And I lost focus on me, and I put focus on that. And when I did that, it took away from me. Like I can't focus on too many things at one time. And I always had my job in the mix on top of it. So, yeah, you get tired of it. You do. But I really don't hide my sadness when it comes to being around other people, because other people, like, and I've said this before, especially with the whole Christmas situation, like I'm happy when other people are happy. So if I can make other people happy, that makes me happy. That makes me feel happiness. But as an empath, when somebody else is so grumpy all the time, it makes me grumpy, and you get tired of that, because it's like I'm fighting against the evils. You know what I mean? Like, you get that it comes at you, and it's like, well, fuck you, like I'm not going to let it affect me. And I have my days where I'm better at it, but then I have my days where I'm just like, I just want to go hide in a corner. I'm not on meds, and he is, and I feel like, oh well, you can go take something, or you're quick to go medicate yourself. And meanwhile, I don't dare do that. I won't. I'm actually clean. I'm in a program, and I'm clean almost 8 years. Well, June was 7 years. So let me not but fast forward, June 26, 2010 is my clean date. And I say that very openly because, I'm proud of where I came, but it's just one day at a time. I can make a split decision, and I always say it's just an arm's length away of making that split decision and screwing that up. You know what I mean? But I choose today not to do that. And I choose today, not to live in that, that crap. But when you have somebody that's living with you, when they're sick, then the whole house is sick. So you still have the consequences, and you're still living with all the things that, you thought you left behind in the old life. And, you can only do so much of that. And I've been doing that now for 6 years, knowingly. But prior to that, I was doing it because, like I said, I got more than that clean time, but I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand what was going on. And by the time I found out what was going on, I'm still hanging on because I understand addiction. So it's like, we don't kick our wounded, we don't, when they're already down, you try to help them, and there's always hope. I wouldn't know about a program if it wasn't for my husband. He actually introduced it to me almost 26 years ago. We just actually celebrated our 26th first date anniversary in November 22nd. So we always celebrate like the first date, and we got engaged in 2 weeks, and we were married in 2 months. And, here we are, no kids, 20, almost 26 years later. So like, that's a long time to stick with someone. And we've been through a lot. So he has his really, really good points about him, but the grumpiness, the agitation. He had an accident where he was hitting his head. A partition in a bathroom came down, smacked him on top of his head. I kind of giggle a little bit, but it's not funny. And he's really messed up now because of that, more so than anything. And so we've been having a lot of problems because his agitation is like out of control, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I try to be as positive as I can be. I mean, there's no sense in crying over spilled milk, or I don't know. I'm just happier when I'm happy. And even when things could be like really bad and I just want to like reach around and strangle him, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be who he is regardless. But, it's not as bad unless I make it bad. Like if I sit here and I say it's bad, it's going to be worse. But if I sit here and say, yeah, whatever, you know, and I try to not deal with it, you know, like I process it differently, if that makes any sense, I'm more able to process it better and just live with it because it is what it is. And if I'm not going to leave, there's no sense in me complaining about it, because if I complain about it, but I stay with it, then who am I? You know what I mean? Like I'm asking for it, you know, like I know better. But you know, I've been in abusive relationships before where I was actually beat on, and way before hubby, and he doesn't hit me, you know, so I'm not abused in that way. And I'm not saying that that's an excuse for it. However, you know, if I want, I've had friends and I've had people in that situation and they complain but they stay, you know, if, you know, for some people, I know how it is. You're scared to leave. For other people, I don't know. They're scared to leave. I have a friend now, and I don't know if she watches my videos, but I mean, she's in a relationship and it's just completely abusive. And I've heard where she's recorded them having arguments, and the things that he says to her, just things even my husband wouldn't say to me, but just so downright nasty, where they get in each other, the name calling and everything is just so bad. And, you know, she has money and she can leave. And I've even offered her to come stay with us. And she just complains, but she won't leave. So, yes. And I do that, Nancy. I do. And that's why I love my crafts, but I don't really have a lot of time for my crafts. And yes, marriage is a job. It's a job. I have my niece and my nephew right now that they're back together, but they were fighting and they were going to break up. And, you know, I know that my nephew doesn't keep a job, so how's he going to keep a marriage? You know what I'm saying? Like the mentality that they have when they were kids was if they weren't happy where they were at, they would go and live with another family member, and their parents were okay with that. So that gave them the teaching and the mentality that it's okay if you don't like where you're at, you can leave and go elsewhere. So it followed them in their job, and now it's following them in their marriage. You know, it's a job. Sometimes you got to fight to stay together. You got to work at it. I mean, I can tell you from experience, you know, hubby and I, we have our little moments, and, you know, and I might talk and say this and that, which I really don't often, but I know that Flip could relate. You know, for me, it's just like, you know, I figure one day he's just going to wake up and everything's going to be back to normal. Meanwhile, I just feel like that man in there was, I don't know who he is sometimes, you know, like my husband was accosted by Martians, and that's some sort of a Martian in there that's taking his place, and he's a grumpy Martian. But one day my real husband, the one I met and married 26 years ago, is going to be returned back to me in that grumpy man's body. And all this will be just a bad memory, because there's times when he's being so sweet, I can forget about all that grumpiness until he's grumpy again. So, yeah. Love yourself and do something for you. Yes. Yes. There's a girl on here that I watch. Well, she's a friend of mine on Facebook now, but Country Girl 555, Tina Jones. Same name as you, Nancy. No relation, I'm probably sure. But she used to say, do something nice for yourself today, or do something nice for someone else, or something like that. And I love that about her clothing and her videos. Yeah, but never stay if you're that unhappy. If you're that unhappy, it's never healthy, and especially if you have kids, especially because the kids grow up getting that. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Yeah. Yeah, and what? Oh gosh, no. No. My husband has not ever done that to me, but I've come very close to biting his nose off of his face. I will say that. And what he did was he ducked, and I rolled into this garden we had near a fence, and then he got up and he bashed his own head into the fence pole like 19 times because he didn't have the heart to hit me. And I never again tried to bite his nose off or do anything to him, because like I could never hurt him that bad, but for him to hurt himself that bad, yeah, that cured me of that problem. But I came from an abusive relationship, so it was in me, and I didn't even realize it until I had lost my cookies, if you know what I mean. I just got so pissed off. Wow. Yeah, that would be intense, especially that long in the hospital. Wow. Is he in prison or something? I would hope so. Wow. Yeah, that's not love. To me, I mean, arguing and being grumpy and shit like that, yeah. But if you gotta hurt somebody, you pick up a knife or a gun, it gets that bad, then get out. Because I was telling him I probably would have killed him a long time ago with some of the stuff he puts me through and how angry he makes me, but I don't want to go to prison. He's not worth that. Yeah, as long as you don't drink, it's all good. Exactly. Well, but I don't have a choice in the matter there because I don't drink and I don't smoke pot anymore. I don't do any of that. Like I said, almost 8 years. But I can't say for what he does. So, and he will come home when he's all messed up. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad he's in prison for sure. Yeah. Somebody like that is an animal. They don't need to be where they can get a hold of knives, let alone women. Oh boy. Yeah. Do you still live in the same place, Nancy? I mean, does he know where you live? He probably, well, I wouldn't say he wouldn't want to come back for you because I think sometimes prison life, and I don't know, maybe Fluffy could tell me if I'm right and wrong, but some of these prisoners, they get so used to that life that they can't get used to being out when they are released, that they end up right back again. I could be wrong, but wow, close by. That's not good. I would leave. I would not want to live anywhere where that guy lives. I wouldn't want him to know where I live, and I wouldn't want to live anywhere near him. Oh boy. Well, how long has he been in prison for now, Nance? Was I ignoring Rabbitfoot? Is she still in here? I feel bad. Now I see only like 5 people. Russian roulette. Jeez. Yeah, I kind of lost track of the whole. Well, that's good that you're her husband. Hopefully, if you're still in here, I'm reading your stuff now. I'm not good at this whole live and the chat and the. Your father was violent. Oh, that's not good. Did he drink? Flip side, did your father drink? So that's one thing I could say about my parents. My father and my mother were both very, very, very loving. I mean, they did stupid things. My mom and I smoked pot together, so she was always cool, and my friends always called her mom. But like outside of that, my dad, he worked for the police station. I mean, he wasn't a cop, but he did a lot of like crime watch and other stuff. And he wanted to be a cop, but my older brother took out an eye, sort of. He didn't take it out, but like, he was legally blind in one eye because they were playing cops and robbers or something. And my older brother had poked him in the eye, the one that lives in Arkansas. So my dad couldn't be a cop, so he did like the next best thing. And he was like, want to be cop. Yeah. See, alcohol is never good. Just add alcohol and you can usually find an asshole. I used to say that, just add alcohol and instant asshole. Yep. Yeah, there's some very few people that I know that can drink and that are happy drunks. Most people I know that drink become terrible assholes. Or like, I remember my husband can't drink Captain Morgan because he becomes an asshole, where he might be able to drink something else and not be so much an asshole. But yeah, I bet. Oh my God. Life was scary for me as a kid, but not because my dad was an alkie or anything, but because my mom and dad did fight a lot. They argued over money most of the time. And there was a time where like my dad would do shit. Like if there was dishes in the sink and you didn't wash the dishes, he would throw them all out. He would just start trashing and throwing dishes. So when I hear hubby flashing, trashing glass and dishes in the sink, I kind of get like a flashback. But yeah, he has a bad habit. Like he'll eat something and he'll throw the fork in the sink. And I told him, there's dishes in there. You're going to break them. But he don't listen. But that does give me a flashback. But like there was another time where if they didn't have money to pay for a bill, they just wouldn't pay the bill. They'd let the electric get turned off, and it'd be turned off for a week or two, and we'd have cold showers. But I mean, outside of that, it was like no big deal. So like I learned to live. I'm kind of glad for it because I feel like I learned to live with less than, so I don't have a gold spoon in my mouth, and I'm okay now. You know, I take care of myself. My bills are all paid, and I have a nice car and all that kind of stuff. But I work really hard. I don't. I don't rely on my husband. I don't rely on my mother. I don't rely on other people to help me pay my bills. And I just, you know, hopefully remember to pay them because I do have like short-term memory forgetfulness. What you don't see on the other side behind my monitor here is I have a little calendar I keep that tells me all my bills and when they're due, so I can kind of keep track and get them paid before they're due. Outside of that, I'll pay a late fee here and there, just senseless money being spent every month. But yeah, growing up in a violent situation can sometimes have you thinking it's okay to be in a violent situation, and you stay with violence your whole life, and you deserve to be treated better. You know, one thing I've learned being in a program is that nobody mistreated me more than I mistreated myself, because when I was partying and hanging out with my friends and doing drinking and drugging and whatever I was doing, nobody treated me worse than I could treat myself, because, you know, I might have allowed myself to be in situations that I wouldn't have otherwise allowed myself to be in, you know, hanging out with people I wouldn't have otherwise hung out with or dated. And, you know, I didn't know that until what I call growing up. And I finally grew up, you know, being in the program and not drinking and not doing drugs, you know, started learning a few things here and there about myself. And, you know, I try to treat myself good today, and I don't believe that I'm a piece of garbage, and I don't deserve to be treated like a piece of garbage. So when somebody talks shit to me, it gets to me, you know what I mean? And I fight back, you know, and I don't like to do that shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what? That's what true, um, what's the word for it? Abusive. When people are abusive, men, women, whatever, the first thing they tell you is you're garbage. You're not going to be anything without them. My abusive relationship that I was in, physical abusive, you know, oh, the same shit, you know, I couldn't do nothing without them. Nobody was going to love me like I love you, you know, kind of thing. And just try to make me believe that even though I wasn't taking shit from them, that that was better shit than I would get anywhere else, or that it was my own fault, like I deserved it. And had me believe that for a little while too, until I woke up and said, you know what? Actually, it was his brother. His brother and I got into a huge fight, and it took me to knock his brother out with one of those little TV stand tables that used to come free when you bought a couch, so you could put your little TV guide and your remote on it. It was like a little tiny marble table with some metal, little cheap ass brass legs. I picked it up and busted it over his head, and when he was passed out, I grabbed what I could and put it in my little car, and I left. A few towns up, had my parents wire me some money, and I drove to New York. This is when I was living in Connecticut, but I got out of that situation. Wow. Wow, Nance. You really have had a hard life. Mm. Fuck banana. Excuse my French. You know? Because look, you don't need her. You don't. No. And somebody was telling me the other day something about, you know, that they were just, who was it? Was just telling me that, oh, somebody that I know personally, one of my homies, my home group member brother, was telling me he walked away from this relationship. And this is actually the second time he's walked away. And the first time I was upset for him because he was so upset. But I was like, you know, 2018, there's got to be better things on the horizon for you. You just, you know, out with the old, in with the new, you know. Don't ever just settle. Don't settle for shit. You deserve more. A lot of times in my life, I settle for shit, and then I got shit. Not good shit, but shit. Oh. Yeah. And you know, Nancy, in your videos, it shines through. And I know how you get around, and it's just amazing to me. You do so much, and it's like, God, you're living life though. Me, I don't go anywhere except the grocery store, occasional post office run. I go where other people need me to go, but when it comes to where I want to go, I don't. Like once or twice I'll like sneak off and go to AC Moore, which is a liquidation store here for me, and I'll like take off and go spend some money on myself. But it's usually after I have to spend some money on somebody else when I don't choose to. That makes any sense. And see, you got to believe in yourself. I think you believe in yourself because you have a lot more confidence, Flip. I'm calling you Flip instead of Flip side. But when you come on these videos, I've heard you say that you have like anxiety or whatever, have a, what do you call that? Like phobia. And I don't see it. I think you do great on cam. You're actually what helped me be able to come on here live. So I didn't think I could do it. Not live. I mean, I can come on a video, but it's like I'm talking to myself until I actually post it. And I don't know if you've been watching my videos. I have a hard time uploading my videos. Like I film them and then I never upload them. Or I upload them and they're private and it's long gone before I even realize they're private and I didn't put them public. Yeah, that's good, Fluffy. Yeah, social anxiety. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Yeah, I don't see that. No. And I'm social, like very social when it comes to like being around people and talking to people. I like the social butterfly. But because of my weight and stuff, I do feel a little uncomfortable being around people. And I don't like, my knees are bad and I have a hard time getting up sometimes, like from a seated position, especially if I've been sitting for a while. I have a hard time getting up. And when it comes to reading, like, which we do in our Thursday night meeting group, and I have a hard time seeing, but I'll just come right out. Like now everybody's like, they know me and I'm like, well, I'm practically legally blind and I can't see. I have to go get my eyes checked, which is another thing on the list. Go to the doctor and get my eyes checked. You feel, no. Flip side, why would you feel so below level of what? What level? Is there a level on here? Nobody's grading you. You're great. Your videos are awesome. I used to look at, like, watch a lot of mukbanger bangers, whatever, their videos. And a lot of them like eat copious amounts of food. And then like I watch your video and you just casually eat, and I feel more at home when I watch your videos because I'm just like hanging out with my friend and just munching out on something. Like I used to go to my friend's house and eat out of her refrigerator, like, hey, what do you got to eat? And go in her, I don't know, whatever. Her mom just go grocery shopping and we go hang out and eat some bagel pizza bites or whatever. And like I feel that way with you, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to eat a whole lot of food. And like you're giving me the incentive, like, I could just come on here and eat my eggs or whatever I'm fasting on that morning. I don't have to eat the whole, 18 dozen and a half of eggs or whatever. Yeah, exactly. You set your standards too high, like Nancy says. You don't. Hey, everybody has their own level of what they like on here and what they're into. And I don't know. I feel so at home when I'm, watching a live of yours or Sarge or Fluffy or even Nancy. Nancy's been doing these cute little videos. She had the elf on the shelf guys, and she had like a few different kinds of elves and they all have names. And I was watching, like she set them up, and most people would think that's like batshit crazy stuff. Like, what's this chick on, But hey, whatever she was on, I'm like, damn, Nancy, I want some of that. But no, seriously, like cute, like outside of the box cute. You don't see other people doing that. It's like, don't care what other people think. The ones that don't like it don't have to watch it. Let them click out, And the only ones that'll say shit are trolls that never have a photo up next to their name. They usually got some dumb name and they never have any videos. So those are the kind of trolls that I'm like, yeah, here's to you. And I don't give them any airtime because that's what they're looking for, because they don't have any videos. Who would even subscribe to them? So they just have like all this meanness that they just want to exude, and they don't do it to somebody's face. They got to come on and mess with you on a YouTube channel. I had one tell me I should kill myself. Oh, and why is my name Losing Drea? If I'm not losing weight, I'm gaining. I should be gaining Drea. So I should change all my website and all my social media that's under Losing Drea. I should just change for this one person who was complaining that I'm not losing weight, I'm gaining it. I shouldn't be losing Drea. Yeah, I ignored them, right. You're welcome, Flipside. I love you. I enjoy that. I keep that off YouTube. What do you mean your YouTube channel went south when you did that? What, the elves? I thought it was cute. And then you were making it a little bit like interactive by asking everybody to name the elf, and I still think you should have named him Christian. What was the name you named him? Sparky or something? What was it? It was like something you would name your dog, not your elf. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Fluffy. Or they don't even have a channel, or they don't have subscriptions. They just like created their channel just to spread hate. Oh yeah, Dasher. Yeah, that's a name that you name your reindeer, not your elf. Sorry, I had to tell you that. Only because you didn't pick my name, which was Christian. Figured Christmas, Christian, you know, kind of went together. No way. I love the tub one. I thought it was fun. And it wasn't clickbait because you were really in the tub. You know? I mean, who's going to click out because that's stupid. 5 subscribers. I can't believe you lost 5. Probably what happened was they just, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that one, Fluffy. I miss the comments on the tub because I watch them when I can, and then I'm like, you know, on to the next one. With the name, they got both names. Yeah, well, I saw that. I know you did. What are you going to do now that Christmas is over? Are the elves going to like celebrate New Year's or something? Give them all party hats and what do you call those, streamers and stuff? That would be cool. Maybe you can make them different outfits to bring them into the new year, you know, dress them up for Easter and that kind of stuff. Don't ask me why I'm suggesting any of this stuff. I never knew what the elf on the shelf was. There used to be one that they were sending in the mail so that you would, I don't know, post the, oh, it's at my house now, if you remember that. I never got it sent to me, so never did that. They went home to the no time for me to get my model train layout going. Oh, that would be cool. Did you see the one I posted on my Facebook page with the Christmas tree with the miniature scenes going all the way up the tree and the train all the way around the bottom? That my husband sent to me. It was super cool. Wow. Awesome. I really didn't get anything for Christmas, not to let anybody down, but I'm okay with that. I was just happy to see my mom open up her gifts. I got her a bathrobe. I got myself a bathrobe. And I got myself one of those huge Aldi totes. I mean, this thing is so huge. Look. Look at the size of this. This thing is about as big as my computer. It's really big inside. And that's the bathrobe I got. But I got it for myself. And I got my mom a bathrobe. The same kind, just different color. And I got her 3 blouses. And what else did I get? Oh, and I got her that Crofton thing for the, you know, putting the drink in. What else did I get her? Oh, and I got her, this is cool. If I can find it. Oh, look. 24 karat gold $100 bill. Look. Isn't that neat? She goes, is this real? I said, I wouldn't try to spend it. My husband got 2 of them for $5 each at the flea market, but the guy said they were like 24 karat gold. I don't know. They're kind of heavy. And it looks like a real $100 bill to me. It has like the watermark running down it. I thought it was cool. So yeah, I got one, and my mom got one of those. Just like a lucky $100 bill because I wouldn't try to spend it. And I'm still looking at this ugly pie that I didn't eat. But now, like I said, after midnight, no pie, no more sweetness. Well, I'm sweet, but no more sweet things that I'll be eating because I'm going to go back to the keto thing. I have this kit for Atkins, and I'm going to try it, but it says no coffee, no tea, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. But this thing, I bought it at a, I think I got it at a thrift store or something. Yeah, like it was like $1.50 at the thrift store. You see that? So it's got all the do's and don'ts and all these recipe cards and a book and all this funky shit in it that, you know, to help me out. And it's basically like keto, except for it allows you to have vegetables and add fruits and stuff that you wouldn't normally eat on keto. Like keto wants you to eat vegetables, like a lot of green stuff, but no fruit. This allows you to introduce fruit after you go through like the first phase. But it says you were able to eat anything you want and then maintain weight. And I knew this really, really skinny girl. She was like really, really heavy at one time, and she lost a lot of weight. And then she was doing the Atkins, but she would eat like fried chicken and fried stuff all the time. And she ate like always, like a lot. And she was on Atkins. Said she could eat whatever she wanted, and she maintained her weight. And I also know this other girl, Erin Osborne. She's on Atkins and been on Atkins like her whole life. And she's skinny now and maintains her weight. And I think all her kids do the same thing also. I love this. I get messages on my phone at 1:30 almost in the morning. If it isn't Twitter, it's something else. But, so cool. Yeah, but somebody told me the opposite, Fluffy, when it comes to caffeine, that decaf is not good for weight loss. Because I drink coffee and I'm not hungry. Like I do like almost bulletproof coffee, which is just coffee, heavy whipping cream, and I have the liquid stevia, which I do this one from Great Value. And I have no problems. I've tested my sugar when I do it, and my insulin doesn't spike. And same with the coffee. I don't have spiking. Well, I have no coffee. I don't have spiking insulin when I drink that. But heavy whipping cream, I don't put butter or MCT oil in the coffee. That to me is not necessary. Why did I put my coffee cup up there? Duh. It's late. But I do that in the morning if I have the coffee, and I'm not hungry all day. And I can go till about 4 or 5, sometimes 6, depending on what time, and I don't have a problem. Controlled. And then I'll eat like eggs and bacon, eggs and sausage. I try to keep my carbs down to 20 or less. And basically intermittent fasting comes for me very easily that way. Like I'll have coffee, but I won't. You know, and I could usually go, let's say if I wake up at 1, I can go to 4 o'clock before having anything, even coffee, and I'm not really hungry. Atkins, yeah, see? Yeah, it works. I've seen it work for a lot of people, and I don't really believe in programs and potions and pills and stuff, but I figure I have this, why don't I try it? Because even though I try to do keto, I keep sabotaging myself and eating stuff that I shouldn't eat. And on keto, because you don't do grains at all, you don't do any root vegetables at all. So like no carrots or potatoes, no beets. You don't do no sugar at all. And you don't on Atkins either. But I mean, as soon as I eat something that I'm not supposed to eat, I gain so much weight. Where regular dieting that I've done, because like I lost 80 pounds when I first began my journey on October 2nd, 2011. I lost almost 80 pounds, like 79.8 pounds. And I was able to manage to keep most of it off. I kept most of it off. I've only gained about 30 of the 80 pounds back. Or was it like 50? I don't know, 50? I don't know. I got up to 171 at one point. Yeah, so that was, I kept all but 30 off. But I found that on the keto, as soon as I screwed up, I gained massively, like really fast. Where regular dieting, that I was just watching what I eat, portion control, eating fruits, eating vegetables. Basically just, I was actually staying away from fat. I would eat a lot of tuna fish and protein, but not looking to like up my fat. And I lost the weight, and I was able to maintain it for a long time. With keto, it's not the same. And when I did the egg fast, I lost a lot of weight, like all at once. But the day I went off, I went on it for almost 12 days. And on the 12th day, I went ham, eating everything that I hadn't eaten in like 175 days prior to that, just being on regular keto. And the only reason I did the egg fast is because I wasn't losing weight. Like, I stopped, like I was on a plateau. So I tried to break the plateau by doing the egg fast. And the egg fast is pretty much you eat for every 3 eggs or something, you're allowed an ounce of cheese or 2 ounces of cheese or whatever. So I would do like a 3 or 4 egg omelet, just a little bit of water scrambled up in a pan, make an omelet. And then I would take provolone cheese because it has the best melting factor. And I would make little cheese crisps, and I'd have cheese crisp with my eggs, have my coffee. And then for lunch, I'd have like egg salad if I even did a lunch, or I would just skip lunch, go to dinner, and then eat eggs, some kind of something with eggs for dinner. And you can have mayonnaise or mustard. Coffee, they don't really suggest you have, but I was losing weight on it. And I lost a lot of weight the first time I did the egg fast. This last time I kind of did it, I lost a lot of weight real quick in the first day or two. And then after that, I didn't. Yeah, when you lose weight, that's the problem. You end up gaining it back. You end up gaining it and then some if you let yourself. I stop myself. Like, I'll sabotage myself and I'll start gaining, and then I'll stop. Now, I made cookies for Christmas, and I wanted to try to send them to everybody, and I made them. I don't know if I made them too early, but I didn't have time to mail them out or do whatever I wanted to do with them. I had to get rid of them fast. I was eating them, and I gained a lot of weight over the cookie making holiday season. So I'm back up. I was down to 243, and I'm back up to 251 yesterday. Not good. What about is you do 20? Yeah. See, that's good. You can increase your carbs each week. You see, with keto, you just stay 20 or less. You don't go over 20. And you also got to watch your protein, because too much protein can convert into insulin. So they say. I didn't ever want to pay attention to that, to be honest with you. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't figured out the whole kit yet, but from what I looked at so far, what I can and can't have in the beginning, and then how I gradually can add more of the vegetables. They count net carbs, but they want you to get them from your vegetables or your fruit, and not from, rice or beans or bread. Yeah, but you believe it or not, even though you can only move your upper body, Nancy, I knew a lady, she was in a weight loss challenge that hubby and I was in. It was a couples challenge. And she did upper body lifting. Rice, or you could put in a backpack or something, or cans of soup. Weight loss is not so much about the movement. I don't do hardly any exercise at all. And that might be one of my problems now. I don't know. I think it's more the fact that I know that I suffer from a thyroid issue. But definitely, who was asking you why you were so big? Flipside, that's crazy. None of their business. Tell them to fuck off. But seriously, for me, like, I used to be able to, it seemed like I used to be able to lose weight like it's nobody's business. Now in 2012, I was a little younger. So, 5 years later, I'm 5 years older. I feel I have some issue because you know, I had a car accident last year on October 19th of 2016. And when I went to get my MRI, the doctor had hinted towards the fact that I might have a thyroid issue and asked me to go, you know, didn't ask me, told me I need to go see my primary care physician, asked my primary care physician, but I wasn't seeing my primary care physician. I was only seeing the chiropractor and whatever doctors that I was being sent to from the insurance, you know, the insurance was taking care of for this car accident. So I didn't go, and I have insurance and I've had it for a little while, and it's sad to say, but I don't like doctors, so I haven't gone. But today I plan on calling, finding out who my primary is. It's on my card, and going and making an appointment before I don't have health insurance anymore, because I have a feeling they're going to drop me as hubby's back to work and things are going to change. So yeah, it's more about calories in, calories out. That much I do know. The amount that you work out really has no issue, because even if you work out, like a lot of people think, okay, I can eat this pie, it's 3,000 calories, I'm just going to dance the 3,000 calories off, or I'm going to go to the gym later and work the 3,000 calories off. But some exercise or weight loss gurus, you know, people that I know, I forget her name, Jen something is her name. She's like a bodybuilder chick, you know, and she does a lot of stuff for GNC and some of their weight loss potions or weight gain aminos and stuff like that. You know, she's like a spokesperson for some of that stuff, because, you know, when you look that good, they hire you, and if you have a lot of people on your channel, they'll hire you to, you know, sponsor their stuff, or they'll sponsor your channel. And she says, you know, like, just because you eat a bunch of calories and you think you're going to go work them off, that's not the way to do it. You know, if I'm supposed to only eat 1,400 calories a day, I try to eat 1,400 calories or less. And it doesn't matter if I'm to me, just saying. And on keto, I found more about the keto diet from Dr. Eric Westman, who is a doctor from Texas. And he basically was doing studies with a lot of people from, you know, like research basically. And he says, you know, eat this, don't eat that. If it's on page 4, don't eat it. And don't worry about exercising and moving around, because that's going to increase your hunger. You know, working out increases your hunger. So necessarily, you know, the 80 pounds that I took off, I barely moved. I'm a leg shaker, and I sit in my chair and I have a sit down job and very, very sedative lifestyle. And I hardly ever moved, and I still lost the weight. So I don't believe it's so much about having to move. And if you are, well, I can't say because you're rolling around in your chair, because I know your chair is electric, but yeah, 5-pound weights. Well, you know, in your situation, I wouldn't necessarily say you're lost, because you can't, if you can't move it, you can't move it. But then you don't have the muscle capacity down there anyways, I would think, because you're not moving. So you have no strength down there at all, right? I would think. Yeah. Whatever you eat, it's okay to eat fat. Just keep your calories down. You know, if you're just going to eat salads and stuff, it's going to be easier to eat more food and still taking, you know, less calories, because vegetables and salads have hardly anything in them. So if you ever do like Weight Watchers or any of that stuff where they do points, those are freebies, or they say most of your vegetables are freebies, because they're like salad, lettuce, especially iceberg lettuce or romaine lettuce, it's all water. So you're not getting a whole lot of calories. I think like a whole head of lettuce is like 15, 20 calories. So you can eat, like, I don't know if you guys ever eat the wedge, like wedge salad. I love that. Ice cold wedge with some ranch dressing and bacon bits. And those little tomatoes that flip sideways eating. Oh, that's so good. But tomatoes aren't good on keto either, because they're higher in carbs. They're more like a fruit. Yeah, so you can't really move the bottom. So I would think you don't have the muscle, because, you know, you have to move and to build muscle. So, but I don't think, I don't think, you know, my thought, Just my thought. I don't know, but I don't think that you have to move your bottom. You could definitely do stuff with your arms. I have hand weights in here that have these little things you hit, you slip on, they have like a little strap on them. Sit here and do this. I hate my arms. And I bought this waist trainer thing. You see this? And I haven't even used it yet. It's so stupid of me. It's the plus size waist trimmer thing, and I have a couple of other things. I have the leg and the arms, which I'm going to take the leg straps. Like you're supposed to wrap your legs. I'm going to put them on my arms. And when you work out, you're supposed to sweat. And the lady I found that out from says take a Sweet Sweat, which you can also buy on either Amazon or in GNC. And it makes you, it's kind of hot or creates a heat, and it makes you sweat. Wow. Yeah, I love salad. Salad is my friend. I love salad. Yeah, now that's true too. I mean, that's what I hate about the way our world is when it comes to food. Like I don't know if you guys have Aldi's there, Nancy, in Seattle, but like here our Aldi's is like really cheap, a lot cheaper than Walmart when it comes to fresh fruits and vegetables. But some of them can get pretty pricey. Like grapefruits are really pricey at Walmart where they were like 98 cents a piece. Yet I got like a whole bag of like 5 or 6 of them for my mom for like $2 and change at Aldi's. So, but I used to like say, oh, you know, I can't eat healthy because I can't afford it. You know, a lot of people think you got organic or, you know, certain cuts of meat like grass-fed meat and whatnot is more expensive, or the nitrate-free stuff, it is more expensive. But when I do keto, I really don't do a lot of grass-fed because I can't get anything but ground. The ground beef is grass-fed at Aldi's, but the other meats that I eat, and I usually eat sirloin steak, the top sirloin, you know, it's like 5, you know, I only eat 4 ounces, 4 to 6 ounces. That's not a lot. You know, 3 people can eat off of one big steak for $9. So when you look at it, that's not really a whole lot of money. But, you know, chicken, they have at Walmart, they have like a big package. I get like, I don't know, like 10 meals out of it. And it's $9, $10, $11. And it's 4 ounces. So, you know, I slice them up real thin. I cook them all, you know, do my like food prep, if you will. And I cook it all, and then I bag it up into 3 or 4 ounces cooked. And then I can chop them into salads or chop it up into if I wanted rice. But I don't do the rice now, so, you know. But mostly salads, I eat it, or I'll just eat it plain on the go. Little snack. Yeah, Aldi's. I know Fluffy does Aldi's. You do too, Flip. Yeah. Love it. We didn't have one for the longest time. We had one in Miami, and I never went to it. And my best friend Dulcie was like, oh, did you ever go to Aldi's? And I didn't know what an Aldi's was. Then they built one here, and I love it. I live there. But I have had, you got to watch it with them. I have had some stuff where I've had to return it. Like once they sold me a steak, it was on the shelf, and it was long past the due date. Like it expired like the 12th of November, but here it was the 20th, and they sold it to me. But yeah, their produce is usually good, but I've had it go bad. Like it doesn't have a long shelf life. So I don't know like how long it's been there, because a lot of stuff comes from Mexico or distributed by the USA, but grown in, you know, kind of thing. And so by the time it gets from there to the store, and then from the store to the wherever they put it in the aisle, so then you could buy it and then goes to your house, there's not a whole lot of like life left into it. I just had to throw away some broccoli last night that I hated to do it because it's money. And I don't like throwing away food when there are starving people in the world. But I wasn't going to eat it. Safeway, yeah. Well, we have a Save-A-Lot, Winn-Dixie, Publix, and now Aldi's. We also have Sam's Club, Costco, JB, whatever. But I don't care for any of those like big, you know, Costco's and all that, because it's just the 3 of us, and I can't buy a lot of things in bulk, and I don't really see the savings in it, especially that coupled with the yearly membership fee. Whole Food. Right. Yeah, see now Whole Food is expensive. We don't have one of those close to here, and it's not worth the drive to where there is one. So they're very expensive, Whole Foods. Or yeah. See, I have problems with even Walmart stuff too. Hubby bought Cuban bread and it was moldy the other night, and he went back to return it and get another one. They were all moldy. He said the manager had to pull them all from the shelf. And they make that everyday fresh. Yeah, maybe you won't. Yeah, maybe. Or then again, if you're in an area that's like really, really busy and there's a big turnover in food, you just might get lucky. I mean, Aldi sells certain stuff if fluffy, like okay, like the like their own brand of knives, like the thing that I bought my mom, the Compton. I don't know if this purse is that same name. No, this is Sarah Crofton. Is it Crofton? Well, anyways, the knives, they look nice. Well, I realized after I washed them, I don't know in what infinite smartness my husband or my mother put the knife up or sticking up in the dish drain, with the knife point sticking up. I never do that. I always put the knife down, but somebody had it pointing upwards. And so when I went in there and I took them out to dry them off and put them away, which I'm the only one that does that around here, water came out of the handle all over me. So I realized that these knives have to be stored the way they're supposed to be stored for safety, which is the point, the blade down. So that doesn't happen. And then the water runs out while the blade is down. But I have other knives that don't hold water regardless to which way you would put them in the dish drain. So, yeah. And see, Amazon takes over for a lot of different stores. Amazon is trying to and my rich brother told me this years ago that Amazon, it don't matter. They don't stock half the stuff they sell. And they get other people to sell that they make a profit off of them. Kind of like eBay, But yeah, and Walmart's doing the same thing. Walmart now, when you go for searching for items online, Walmart will come up with they have lugs and what are those Uggs boots and all that, and they don't really sell any of that. They just know you're looking for it, and they just want to be like Amazon. They're just, oh, you want to buy this? Well, we'll get it for you. We'll be the middleman though, so you're going to pay more money probably. But they come up in a search all the time when I'm searching to shop online, because I do a lot of shopping online. But I'm an Amazon Prime member, so I love to shop online. It's very easy to send somebody a gift card or a gift. Love it. Yeah. One thing we don't have here, not too close, it's about an hour away in Naples, is a Trader Joe's. And I see a lot of people order or get things from Trader Joe's, a lot of YouTubers and stuff. And that because a lot of the stuff I see from Trader Joe's looks good, especially if you're on a keto diet or something. Yeah, well, I used to do eBay more, but I'm afraid of China stuff because I've been burned a lot with Chinese stuff. I buy everything with my PayPal account, though, just so you know, for the most part, especially if it's something I'm shopping from China, because PayPal themselves have actually given me back all my money, where these Chinese people, after they ship, for whatever reason, it costs them nothing to send to the US, but to send it back, it's an arm and a leg. It costs more than it's worth, and then you don't even want to return it. And that's what they're hoping for when they send you crap that's the arms are for a T-Rex and or a 3-year-old. Yeah. Well, Amazon will state when they're a third party. Yeah, it is no secret. Same with Walmart. It's no secret. But, everybody wants to get their hand in something. But you, yourself, you could sell on Amazon if you want. I even took a little course that shows you how to find, the best products so you can, just sell that. And you never have to touch anything either. You just advertise, just put links out there and whatnot. When people click on it and shop for it, it goes through Amazon somehow and you get paid. Really? I didn't know that. I just found out the other day that this health food store that's here locally that might be selling some CBD oil. So I want to try that. they're the same owners that own a place called Ada's, which is a health market here that sells a lot of the stevia drops and stuff like that that's healthy. But I went there and I wasn't really interested in it because I don't like paying a lot of money for stuff that I know that I can get cheaper elsewhere. Even if I have to wait, I'll wait because I'm not rich. So I might act rich sometimes, but I'm not rich. I didn't know that about the guy from Trader Joe's. That's pretty cool. Really? Well, let me know when. She's doing an ebook, I presume, then, right, Fluffy? That'd be cool. Well, she doesn't want to know anybody to know who she is, so maybe you won't let me know. But that's cool. I always wanted to write a book, but I'm the least likely to read unless it's online, if that makes any sense. Because I fall asleep. I'm so blind. You know, I'll go to read something and I get like completely, like the struggle is so real for trying to read. I fall asleep and I hate it. Who's left? It's just Flip and Fluffy, Nancy, and I guess me, myself, I'm watching. Because it says I have 4 viewers. And how long have I been on there here? How do you know? Does it say? It's 2 hours ago. Wow. I've been on here for 2 hours. Not bad for a newbie, huh? Well, yeah, Pasueto name. Yeah. My mom did children's books back in the day and poetry and stuff. And she had a, incognito name. Okay, cool. I would love that. I would never tell anyways. I know Sarge's real name because her little kiddo there messed up one day in a video and Sarge didn't edit it out, at least not at that moment. Maybe she didn't realize. I would never repeat it though. It's respect. Mad respect. Good. I'm glad I'm doing good. Yeah. Because I tried to go live so many times. There's another group that I'm in on Facebook and they're always doing live and I don't know how to do it from my phone. It says right on there, click to go live, but this thing wanted me to download some encoding thing. And then I clicked on something else when I heard Flipside saying what it is she did. And so I was doing it as she was saying it. And that's how I got on here. So thank you, Flipside. Oh, Grumpy's up again. Now he's hot. I didn't touch the AC. Maybe my mom turned it down. She's always hot and cold. Wait. So she can, yeah. Well, yeah, Flipside was live first. Oh, yeah, he does, actually, believe it or not. And it's funny because doctors and nurses would tell him men don't get hot flashes, but he does get them. He gets hot and cold and goes through shit. I told him it's called menopause. Click go live, it'll ask you a title. Oh, and then it takes a pic too. Oh, okay. I'll have to try it on that. My phone dies, though, fast, though. Like, I have to plug it in and use it. I mostly do a lot of my videos, if you notice, I do car vlogs because it's so quiet in my car. Nobody bothers me until I get a phone call. And then it comes in my car on my, I have like Uconnect and it comes through the, the radio and all that. So it's pretty loud. Nancy, I love when you laugh like that. I can almost hear it. It's like an evil laugh, like, whoa. Yeah. Wow. So I'm so glad I didn't eat all that pie because, like, I'm sitting here looking at it. I would have felt super, super guilty. Like, I shouldn't have even eaten seconds. It's funny because I'm watching where the chat is, and there is a major delay from what is actual live and what I'm seeing on watching it on the YouTube side. Because one of them is showing it on Hangouts. I guess that's where it's originating. The broadcast is from Hangouts. And now there's 5 viewers again. So Somebody came back and is lurking. Hello, lurker, whoever you are. Love you, Fluffy. Yes, do that. I'm glad you didn't eat all the cake. That looks so moist, that cake, though, Flipside. It really did. Yeah, I probably should go, too. I'm going to have to go mess with the AC unit because Grumpy's grumping, having a hot flash. I love you, Fluffy. Night. This was fun. I'm glad I got to finally do it, and you guys were my firsts. If I could have ever requested first, it would have been you guys. So cool. And Sarge. She had to go, but she was here. Yeah. Grumpy's bitching about, oh, he's not going to work now. He just tries to threaten me at any chance he gets. I really don't give a shit what he does, to be honest with you. I'm just waiting for him to quit, and he just started. He's talking to Alexa, telling Alexa to call his job for him. What an idiot. Thanks, Flipside. You too. I'm glad I finally met somebody else who's just like me. Like I said, sister from another mister, for sure. Oh my God, he's telling Alexa that his penis hurts. Oops, she's gonna hear me and wake up. That's the weird thing about this Echo. Is sometimes she don't hear me like when I don't, like she'll hear me when I don't want her to hear me, and then I won't even say her name, and then when I say her name, she won't hear me. She's weird, but it's cool to have. Oh my God. It's funny. He could be nice to an electronic device, but be grumpy as shit to me. Unbelievable. 4 viewers. He's asking her if she works for the United States government. Oh my God. She says she works for Amazon. He asked her who he works for. That made your ribs hurt. Sorry. Being that you don't have any feeling from, well, I guess from the waist up you do then, huh? You can feel your ribs. Sorry, Nancy. I love you too. I'm listening to what he's saying to the Amazon thing, and it's so funny. Making my nose itch. Oh my God. Unbelievable. He just told Alexa he wants to castrate himself. See what I'm talking about? He's either grumpy or just totally weird. Oh, then you could feel your ribs hurting if you were laughing. Sorry. Oh my God. It was like over a minute ago that I itched my nose, and now I just seen it in where you guys can see it. That's crazy. Oh, he's trying to talk sex to the Echo thing. Unbelievable. I married a weirdo. I really did. She's going to rap for him. He says, Alexa, give me a rap. She's going to do it. Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm hearing right now. It's so funny. Don't hurt your ribs, Nancy. I wish you could visit me too, only you'd have to deal with my grumpiness here. Grumpiness, him, meaning not me being grumpy, but that's the one thing I hate. I had my girlfriend, Angela, came and visited me from Eustis. And don't you know, we were waking him up. And it was like, I don't know, 11 o'clock in the morning, and he woke up all grumpy and shit, being an asshole to her. And she's going to deal with her asshole at home. So it was like she came here, and here she's dealing with another asshole. So that's, you know, you try to get away from one and you'd end up dealing with another. Sad. Yeah, I guess, because he wouldn't be really grumping at you directly, but I don't know. If you met one grump, I guess you met them all, right? We can see whose hubby is grumpier, yours or mine. Have a grumpy hubby contest. He's listening to rap music right now. It's actually it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, 2 minutes to 2 in the morning, and he is in there telling the Amazon Echo thing to talk. I don't want to say her name. I mean, it's easier for me to call her by her name, but then she'll hear me and she'll start asking me questions. And she's already doing her thing in the other room, so I'm not going to go there. But no, he's telling her to shut up. Next, he's going to be grumping at me again because it's hot. It is hot in here, and I have the air vent right here. So somebody must have turned off the air, and it wasn't me because I've been in here talking to you guys. You can deal with it. I guess. I guess I could deal with yours then too, because like you said, but I don't know. I was in a store once after dealing with mine, and I went to a store, and this guy was being a real dick to his wife or girlfriend or whatever. And I was in like the next aisle, and I was like, "What an ass!" And I said it real loud, like, you know, like I wasn't gonna stay at home and put up with my asshole here. So I certainly didn't want to go to a store and hear somebody else be an asshole to somebody else, though. So I got a little brave on them. I was like, "What an ass!" And I said it real loud, hoping he would hear me, because you know, some of these guys, they just don't care. You know what I mean? And they're really like they're embarrassing their women, because I'm embarrassed by it. It's like, God, people are gonna look at me and say, "Why don't I leave his stupid ass?" You know, only someone like you would understand because you've been through it, so you know. You know. I know, right, Nancy? I should go to bed. But now, if I go to bed, he's gonna be in there being an ass, and he's gonna keep me awake. Crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go to bed though, because you know you're younger than me, and it's past your bedtime. So. Oh God! If you can't hear what's going on in the next room, he's playing some weird shit. I have no idea what he's telling Alexa he's going to kill her if she doesn't play some Ace Hood or something like that. No, he's being a funny grump now only because he knows that I have you guys on live. If it wasn't for that, he would just be a damn asshole. Like, right out. It would be worse. He thinks he's funny. So now he thinks he's being entertaining. Whether or not you hear him being entertained is another story. He's listening to I've Got It, something a Bugatti, that song. Yeah, it's a trip. It's a trip, all right. Oh, shit. One I wish I could go on and not come back from, trust me. I sometimes wish I could just run away, you know, like when I'm out, like I'm not coming home. You're never going to see me again. That's it. You know, I just don't have the balls. I really don't. It's only because my mom and then I have animals. And I wonder what would happen. Like I couldn't be without them. Oh no, here it comes. He's burping. He's sliding his feet into the kitchen. You hear him walking around. It's kind of funny. I don't know what he does. This thing called Stan Starin Jones or Stan Starin Mercury Jones, and it's really funny when he does it. Believe it or not. And then I said to him one day, I said, you know, we should do a little skit and put it on and let everybody hear it because it's just so funny. It's kind of like the Fluffy and Sarge show. You know, them two together are just hilarious. So like together, my husband and I, it's kind of funny, I think, to outsiders because we've been married so long. We just kind of like, even when we're arguing, we're funny until we're like really fighting. And then no, it's not funny. Yeah, stay off the Amtrak. We don't really have Amtrak here, Nance. If I went on a trip, I'd have to either go by plane or a Greyhound bus. I don't think we have Amtrak. Well, we might. I don't know. I've never been on an Amtrak, to be honest with you. I've been on a in New York on the subway. Flipside loves your comment on YouTube. Oh, thank you, Flipside. I got 4 likes in this video and no dislikes. What do you know? None of the lurkers were haters. 5 if I liked it. It let me like my own post, my own video. Yeah, I guess if I do go on a trip, I'll stay off the Amtrak though, because I'll take your word for it. I know you travel a lot, so I'll take your word for it. I did have a dream one night, Nancy, that I came and I visited you and we went and saw the iguana at the pet store. It's because I watched your video that night. I don't usually remember my dreams when I have them, but I remember that. And that's why I know I dream in color, because that iguana was bright and green. Oh my God. Yeah, that would have been crazy. I don't know if I would have heard something like that you of all people. Glad you didn't go on that either. And did you see all the people in the Philippines? Oh my geez. Sad. See, I can't watch news because I hear stories like that and people abusing animals and kids, and I get so irate. You know, I'm an empath, so I feel like I just want to kill somebody. I am so, yeah, I know. I saw that he got adopted. I am happy. I was so happy for him when I saw that on your video. You said that he got adopted. Yes. That was awesome. See, I love animals, so I love that you went to the pet store and you were showing the animals and stuff. That was really, really super cool. Definitely cool. Okay, well, I think Flipside's fizzling out, and I think you need to go to bed. I'm keeping, and it's funny because I know like both of you guys are like in a different time zone. Yeah, I can't handle violence. Hubby doesn't like watching news either, especially when it comes to animals. Like, we're both animal lovers, and he hates seeing animals be abused of any kind. I took him to his first rodeo, and he freaked out, and he had bitch face the whole time because he thought that the animals are being abused, which they kind of look like they are. They're being kicked and whatnot to get them to, you know, buck and do all that stuff in a rodeo. He hated it the whole time. Like, worst thing I could have ever done was take him to a rodeo. You're tired. Yeah. It's past my bedtime too. I was going to go to bed early tonight, and here it is. It's 2 o'clock and I'm still up, but I had so much fun going live for the first time with you guys. And like I said, I couldn't have picked a better group of chicks to hang out with. And it was a surprise to have Rabbit Foot on here on top of it, because I knew I had seen her a couple times before, and like, here she was in my first live. It was awesome. So if you come back and you watch this, Rabbit Footy, don't be a stranger. For sure. Yeah. I'm a little tired. It was because I ate that pie. For sure. You're getting up at 5 a.m.? Well, good thing it's earlier there for you than it is for me, because that would only be 3 hours away. Well, less than that now. And I need to get up early because, like I said, I want to find out my primary doctor, and I'm going to see my primary doctor, and I'm going to find out once and for all what's up with my thyroid. Maybe get on some medicine that's going to help me lose some weight, and not just because I get to like 140 something, 100, I think I get like 138, and then I go right back up again. I mean, aside from the whole self-sabotage thing, I'm glad you love this. I had fun too, and I'm glad I got to know about you more too, so we can talk, because you have me on Facebook. I don't know if you friended me. I went to friend. There's no way to friend you on Facebook, by the way, Flip. But yeah, keep in touch so we can be besties, because you're cool like that. And I can adopt your kids part-time because I don't have any. So anyways, so I love you guys. Love you. Love you. Mwah. Thank you, Nancy. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. All that good stuff. Same thing to you. Flipside. Have some sweet dreams. Dreams of sugar plum fairies and sugar plums and all that good stuff, and green cake. Moist green cake. I keep looking over here, but it's here. There is my camera. I have this big 27-inch screen on my Mac, and I'm trying to I got to get used to where to look. Anyways, I love you guys. Good night. Thanks for visiting me and checking out my first live stream. See ya.